Hey everybody, welcome to the video. Okay, so I actually want to give a little bit of an update on Ethereum, which is not something that I talk about very often. Ethereum and Bitcoin, they look very different. If you look at Bitcoin, you'll notice where we topped out here, we had a little bit of a descending wedge and then finally a breakdown. So Bitcoin itself, it looked a little bit like, and let's do this. Bitcoin looked a little bit like this. And then we had this right here. And then we had our breakdown, right? So Ethereum looks much different compared to that. And I kind of want to talk a little bit about what the differences between the two are and what I think could potentially be happening here. All right, so first off, let me get off of my rewrite mode. So first off, we had, a very similar impulse on Ethereum compared to what Bitcoin did. We have on Ethereum, we went from $80 to $366. That's over what 400% increase from the lows down here. So we have a 350% increase on the price of Ethereum in that amount of time from where we hit the low back here on December 15th or so of 2018, but from where we hit the high here on June 26th, June 27th, that general area. And we've been correcting ever since, and I do think that we do have a little bit of a bottoming formation down here that it is pretty important for us to pay attention to. Now, what we're going to see here to complete this one wave likely is going to have a little bit of a 5-wave structure of its own. And I'm expecting, and I'll change this around just a little bit so that this looks a little better. And then I'm probably going to have to move things out just a little bit, just to kind of show you what I think is likely in the cards for Ethereum in the near future. And of course, this is all sort of reliant on Bitcoin doing its thing, and Bitcoin not completely just rolling over and falling down. But what I think Ethereum is probably setting itself up to do here is to complete, another impulse. This could be potentially working our way up to much, much higher targets for Ethereum. I would be looking for this move to take us up to about $430 if this all plays out the way that I think it will. So we're seeing a 5-wave move, and then we're three-wave move down, and then we're likely going to make another 5-wave move up. And again, let's take a look at our time here. Okay, so we're going to look trend-based time. Not something that I use very often, but I'm going to take the length of this first wave, and I'm going to go back down here to the bottom of this, and I'm going to look for about a 100% parity for this particular move. And let's just make sure that I've got this. All right, let's put the 618, we've got the 1, and then we've got the 1, 2, 3, 6. So let's throw our labels on here so we can see here, this is going to be 61.8% the length of this one move. This one right here is going to take us to the same amount of time that it took for this wave one, or sorry, rather this A potentially would occur. Now, what that then means, and looking again back at this, I always use the trend-based Fibonacci here, and I'm expecting this A and this B to hold. So this pivot down here, again, if you're looking to manage risk, let's talk about what this trade could potentially look like. Let's say you're gonna catch along on a pullback here. You're going to be wanting to manage your risk somewhere around $150. Looking out for stop hunts. This is a pretty large percent decrease here, but the target is about $440 if we are to continue to move up. So this is about another 120% increase. So we're looking at a 6-to-1 odds catching along just right here where we're currently at. I do think it's very likely that you will be able to catch a position back down here around $170, and if you're able to do that, then your risk is you're able to manage your risk a little bit better, manage what your stop losses are. So we're looking for an 11%, and then as far as an increase, now we're looking at about 160% gain. Key here for this, we have our dominant zone down here on the bottom where we're holding this. And let's just pay real close attention to this area down here, because this should be our significant support zone. I'm going to mark this as green because, again, this is going to be decent support that we're seeing down here. But then as far as when you're going to be looking to take profit on this trade, this is going to be one of those buy and hold type moments. You're going to be looking for anywhere between slightly under $400 to $440. It can go higher than that, just for the record. We talk about what an ABC correction could look like. This could go all the way up to $500. So if you do find yourself in a position where you are buying down here and you're going to hold this for a while, and we do get up here to this point, I would definitely suggest taking profit at $400, $440, and then your final take profit definitely has to be at or slightly below $500. Even though, of course, the algo target is $505, I would look to take profit a little bit below that. This still remains to be seen, right? So if you're a conservative trader, what you could potentially be doing is taking a look at this and getting my polyline here. We're looking for a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get up to this 1. On this retrace here, this could come back down to 190. This could bounce at 200, depending on where this lands. I would be looking to get in around this area down here, and then of course getting into this 3 and this 4, and then of course all the way up to the 5. And again, we're looking, we're looking at this from a multi-month holding pattern. So you're going to be holding this for a while. And again, if you're a conservative trader, what you're going to be looking at buying in this zone down here. And again, yes, that is currently where we're at right now, but sometimes what you want to do, you want to wait for that increase to happen and then wait for it to pull back. And then that would be sort of your indication there's going to be another wave coming. And we would expect this one to be the bigger wave. So again, it is sort of projecting a little bit. If we are able to go up here to this area and we pull back, that 1618 is actually perfect. It's right there where it needs to be at 360, kind of getting us back up there. And if this is a 1 and a 2 that comes back down here to this range, we're going to be looking for the 1618 at a minimum for a wave 3. We are going to want to see a break of the 618, a break of the 100, and a break of the 123.6. We want to see us go all the way up here to the 1618, which is really going to take us all the way back up here to where we were previously. So that's going to kind of be where I'm looking at right now for this wave 3. So we're going to see some parity there on where these two connect with each other, and that's going to be where I'm expecting this wave 3 to fail. We're going to come down for the 4 and then finally go back up here for our target. And of course our algo target here is 433.35. Our 100% is sitting there at $438. So we're looking right here in this zone. This is definitely where I would definitely be taking some profits, so consider that. And yes, I'm looking at Ethereum against the US dollar. So, again, opening up a long position down here at about $190. Again, I'm not sure that we're going to see $155. If we turn around and roll over down here and we come down here to this level, I would see this as a pretty bearish sign. What I want us to see us happen is for us to go up here to the 3, 4, 5, and then come down here for a correction. And this is where I would be looking for that long position to take us up higher. So be careful trying to catch long positions here. I would wait for an impulse and then a correction and then catch the next impulsive move up, because that's going to be the larger increase for sure, 100%. And literally 100%. If you're able to catch this, we're going to be looking at this from Fibonacci as well, taking us from this swing low to our projected swing high. This is right at the golden zone right here at $190. So again, I'm just kind of projecting that Ethereum is going to go up to $250. When we pull back, we're going to be looking at around $200, maybe $190. That's going to be the area that you're going to be looking for. You're probably going to cut some losses a little bit below that. But again, this green zone I would expect to be pretty significant. It is possible that we are going to kind of turn around and hit this again and then move up. that would be okay too. But again, you're still going to be looking for that retrace for the higher move up. So just be careful trying to buy in this zone right here, because again, looking at a lower time frame, you know, you can catch yourself in a lot of choppy action down here. So you do have to be a little careful on how you're catching this. So, you know, I'm seeing this as a 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to be kind of flagging a little bit here, and then we're going to go up there for the 5, and then finally retrace, and that would be, you know, kind of where I'm looking to potentially catch Ethereum on a good long-term buy right now. Of course, the good long-term buy on Ethereum was at $80. You know, in December of last year, but you know, our position right now is to catch this, you know, as close to 150 as we can. But then, of course, if we continue to move up, which I think that we will, again on a lower term time frame, let's just kind of take a look at this here, and we're seeing ourselves create a little bit of a flagging pattern here. So I'm expecting this to kind of work its way through, and we will eventually resolve this. So be on a lookout for that, because I think that is likely what is going to happen here in the future. So just be careful, not getting yourself into a position where you're going to be losing. You know, again, in my opinion, look to catch the retrace and catch the long position on the retrace. So again, just wanted to have a real quick video, you know, 11, 12 minutes to talk a little bit about Ethereum here. So if you have any questions, again, as always, pop in the Discord and let me know if you have any questions. If you need an invite to the Discord, feel free to send me a DM and I can get you an invite to it.